Oh, I'm evaporating a little bit. Let me fix that. Oh, wrong direction. There, I am now more solid. Okay. Let's go do a let's go kill Golbez. The surface of the moon is a grim shade of crimson, a consequence of the flood of darkness, perhaps. What do you have to say, Estinian? And let's be ready should any more Golbez's pawns appear. No matter how you strain your eyes, you find no signs of life. In all directions extends a desolate waste without end. No sign of a watcher or any loporits. Perhaps they were swallowed up in the flood of darkness, or perhaps they never existed here. But the moon had to have been sundered with the rest of the world, so the Watcher and the Loporits should have been here. Oh, there he is. I mean, I don't see him specifically, but there's his thing. Where's Varsan? Vritra. Well, there we are. Oh, there's Zero. Zero appears to be lost in thought, her gaze fixed upon the fathomless abyss. I can fathom some things about it. You hold your breath and attempt to catch the faintest noise. Save for the sounds of your comrades, there's nothing. So far, you have failed to find any clues as to Ajadiah's whereabouts. Perhaps Zero's noticed something you missed. Like the giant silo in the middle of the crater.
The chasm has caught your attention as well. There's some manner of structure below. Worth a look, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I was like, where's
something here?
I was like, oh, where's Vritra? And then I realized, like, oh, no, he's in dragon mode.
Resembles the cradle of darkness on our moon, where Zodiac was once imprisoned. If this place serves the same function, then a fragment of his power must have been sealed in the depths. Strange, though. When Zodiac perished in the Source, I presumed that every aspect of him was thus unmade, and his power scattered. But it's unmistakable. The darkness that permeates this abyss. Could a trace of him yet remain? Or is it something else?
There he is. Yeah, I was looking for Varshan this whole time, and I forgot that, no, he's in dragon mode.
I hear thee, sister. I hear thee. Climb on, my friends. Astaya is here, within this chasm.
Also interesting that the gate didn't open just directly above the chasm, because that'd be a one-to-one thing. It's definitely not a trap, guys. Let's go. Oh, he's speaking in dragon tongue.
You were entrusted with Ajdaya's eye, were you not?
The dragon's might can these chains be broken? Oh, so we just kill Golbez. Got it.
This is indeed Golbez's domain.
That was the plan. So oh, you don't even know the whole of it.
Tiamat an. Kai ros an. Ke ul ke darn morn. Dis an. Kai an. Nal stra an.
Nar tal keen in eyes. Athan endran esk an. I'll call hes in hes ud lar an. Esk les ud an. Ses razat han lu an. Snoson an hai hes in an.
Ta hes an eilgon osk in. Ses kidir in an. Casta an. Sta in es katao. Tai an. Es an stra in sorn.
What now, then? Does this great worm intend to remain a captive meal for all eternity, not daring to test her chains?
She's been testing him. Seen him in the cutscene.
Ern el. Me's head.
Yeah, Estinian, maybe you haven't learned that much since Heaven's Word.
Now there's a start. So, what can you tell us?
Do es nesh igor sorn. Ka som mo go. Skål les sau an. Som du ortas sis.
Well, you heard her. Shall we look into this spot near and dear to our enemy's heart?
The others have already begun searching for clues. Let us do the same. I'll take charge of this area you should see to the south. The area that they said the plot was. I don't know why we'd be searching anywhere else, but sure. Nothing here, mayhaps further south then. Oh, there's the Void Gate. I was wondering where that gate that we made went. I have only performed a cursory search, but I doubt there's anything of note further west. Perhaps you could try looking to the southeast. Cannot discern a structure of any kind from above. Whatever this place of or object might be, Golbez hath hidden it well. Oh, there, shiny. Gleam from beneath the rock catches your eye.
Did you find something? A memoria. But whose?
His wife?
You have lied, pillaged, and murdered. Have you anything to say in your defense?
Golbez was one of the people that that approached Zero.
No. Every one of them got what they deserved. Trusting fools. Like you would-be heroes. Aye. You do well to keep a close eye on each other. It always ends the same way. A knife in the back. And better to have the handle towards your hand. You'll see! Oh, yes. You will.
In death, may your soul find salvation.
I can't bring myself to pray for the unrepentant. You're a nobler man than I.
Come now, we're all shaped by these dark times more than we would care to admit. I choose to believe that, had these men known peace and plenty, they would have not been consumed by mistrust and avarice.
Victims of the Contra Memoria, then. Like so many others. But we will end it.
Thank you. I shudder to imagine what might have happened if you hadn't dealt with the Dark Ones.
Who's that?
Oh, her? She's like you, I hear. Hunts Memoriates taken by darkness.
Well, well. A kindred spirit. Perhaps we will finally have a new comrade.
No. I've no interest in working with others. Much less someone who looks as suspicious as you.
Is that so? I forget if we
If
saw
there's
what this
nothing
person looked
else,
like
I'll
in
be on
Zero's
my way.
flashback.
Even when we share the same goal, we can't overcome the mistrust. Such is the way of things, the wisdom of our era.
Only precious few Memoriates remain who cling to the light. Would that we could have won her over.
We'll make do, old friend. We have accomplished much already, and another person may well have been more of a hindrance than help. Now then, our work here is finished. His Majesty has summoned us, so let us not delay. To Baron!
Had another vision of the past, did you? What? I was in it. It's them. The pair I met in that village. Which means the one sealed in this memoria is...
So, you have come. You who would oppose our crusade.
Tranquil.
You. I know you.
Is that so? From the world before, I dare say.
But no, who is wearing the Golbez armor
It
died.
is impressive enough that you have managed to retain your mortal form. But to remember your past besides...
Because the memorial is from the perspective of the person wearing the Golbez armor, so that
That
means...
is of no moment. You are the Memoriat who vanquished my minions. Correct.
And what if I am?
Then... I would bid you join me. As a child of our world and slave to the wheel, fight with me for the salvation of all our souls.
Fight with you? More like fight as your pawn. It isn't me you want, but my power. And if I don't obey, you'll bind me like you bound that dragon. But no more. I refuse to be bound ever again. I fight only for myself, and for those in whom I trust. My friends.
I see. A pity. It is for the dragon that you have come, yes?
Partially, and also the
When
whole
first
you want to
appeared,
evade the source thing.
I thought simply to remove a threat to our plan. Never did I imagine that you would reach this place and gift me a golden opportunity.
Taosk in.
Speak plainly, Asian.
Long as it has been imprisoned, this dragon has grown feeble and weak, its spirit extinguished. Your coming has served to rekindle her forgotten hope. Her yearning to be free, to return home. That is the key to our deliverance.
Giving her the second eye probably helped with the emotional support, sure.
The darkness is ravaging her. She's becoming a void scent.
Rise, O Shadow Dragon, and obey.
No, this isn't Fire Emblem. You can't do that. Oh, she's a noodle now.
Kill him. Damn you! Keep our guests occupied.
Unfortunately, I can't help because if I did, they would need to animate me fighting.
Save her. I beg thee. Save my sister.
Before darkness swallowed the world, I fought tirelessly in a war without end. The experience taught me to discern the strong, that dragon, and you. Face me.
Together, you test your worthiness of my rightness to rule. Deal with you, and then I'll free Ashdaya. Again, I would get it turned into a necklace at this point.
Accursed light. You, who have ever basked in its warmth, could never understand our envy, our agony. You will not deny us our release.
The Void Cast Deus now accessible. Let us gun break. Yeah, here we go. Void Cast Deus. Average wait time 22 minutes. But okay. Well, I'm happy I started early today. Let's right? Oh, never mind. We got it. It said 22 minutes. That was like not even 3. They don't build 22 minutes like they used to. Nope, not really.
Expect no mercy. To destroy you, I shall bring my all to bear. Come, warriors from beyond the rift.
Kill the boss before he kills you. I was playing with a friend last night who's going through Shadowbringers, and he's like, he was asking me like, don't explain too much, but like during Shadowbringers, do they like go more into the 13th? Because I'm really interested, and I'm like, not in the Shadowbringers, but we do go a little into the 13th in Endwalker. I feel like wrapping your sword in a dragon would make it less. He's so cool. I want his sword TBH. With or without the dragon? Oh, the dragon's gone now. Dragon install. Oh shit. Ah, fuck. Yo, fuck. I'm failing these mechanics entirely. Okay, and then we go to this side. Okay. Alright, well, I don't have any vulnerability on me at this point, so... Where are we going? We're going over here. Oh, shit. Well...
A raging gale to rend you asunder.
You can't stand in both stacks, it turns out. But we weren't! I was only in a single stack. Let's go over here. Yeet. Away from the meteor. Ah, fuck. We got this. It was a little scary there. Pulled it out. There we go.
My power. Even my blade. So, this is the limit of my defiance.
You hit him hard enough they shrunk like Mario. Congrats.
Are you all right?
What's happening?
At last, the moment is at hand. You may have bested me, but not quickly enough. Too late will you look to the chasm. You've won the battle, but I win the war.
Stop this. I beg of thee, let her go.
Darkness made manifest once abided in the depths of this abyss, until one day it dispersed in a haze of ether. In the absence of the great flow, that ether has nowhere to return. And so it has coalesced, giving rise to a mighty void scent. Now feast, feast upon this dragon and its ardent longing for home with it. From the convergence of ancient and newborn, an entity without equal shall emerge, one who shall tear down the barrier between worlds. Upon you, who shall deliver us from eternal damnation, I bestow the name of a hero of Eld. Zeromus! Awaken!
No matter how powerful, a void scent can be sealed in Memoria. Damn it. It's too strong.
You just said no matter how powerful. Clearly you were lying.
Our warding scales may not hold. Not against a void scent born of Zodiark's ether.
We must retreat. Everyone to me. Or Ankin. Fest na in an.
It's fine, I killed Zodiark once before. miss you, Golbez. Are we all unharmed? Made it back safely, at least. In light of this development, that we escape with our lives is an accomplishment unto itself. Would that we could have anticipated Ajdaya's yearning to return home could be manipulated in this fashion, leaving us to contend with the newborn void sent hells bent on breaching the rift. One with such prodigious strength, Zeromus is unlike anything I've ever seen. So named for an ancient hero, as Golbez said, though none can say if there's even a sliver of truth to the legends. Oh. Zeromus? Zero? I don't know. Perhaps Golbez chose it in the hopes that the champion would do that which no other one could in the Contra Memoria, save the world. But a true hero would not damn another world to save his own. And we're not about to let that happen, but regardless, we need to regroup. Loath as I am to admit it, we are in no state to face a void sent of Zeromus' might. For each, or not least of all, in body and mind both. For now, let us return to Rods at Han and take stock of the situation. Very well. Might I trouble you to head to Bestway's Burrow and apprise Oriange of the situation? The rest of us shall tend to Vritra's wounds before returning to Rods at Han. Pray join us there anon. Our return. I'm pleased to say that I've been blessedly uneventful in your absence, but more importantly, what of your mission in the void? Some shit happened. Heavens forfend. That Ajdaya should be used to birth a dreaded void scent born of Zodiark's residual ether. Although we could not have predicted this outcome, there still may be one mercy. The void scent containment seal. As we employ the self-same brands that once imprisoned Zodiark in its creation, the seal should serve to hinder Zeromus. Yet for how long none can say, as for our enemy's strength is unknowable, whilst the barrier was erected in haste. Thou shalt rejoin our comrades anon to deliberate measures, yes, and I shall remain here to maintain my vigil over the seal. Should we observe signs of impending incursion, rest assured that I shall send word without delay. Go well, my friend. Where's Ajdaya? She's in the hole. We've been expecting you. When the Satrap and your comrades returned earlier, I couldn't help but notice they were in low spirits. I hope it was nothing too serious. Forgive me. You must be eager to join them, if you would follow me.
Do you remember Ciriato and Farfarello? The cowardly pair of voidsent that dwelled in my domain.
Ciriato.
Ciriato devoured Farfarello, And in so doing, he inherited an all-consuming fear of Barbariccia. For as you know, when a void scent is devoured, it doesn't simply cease to be. Its soul persists within the devourer. And when a void scent dies, all the souls that harbored may break free to become individual entities once more.
But we gotta make Ajdaya not a void scent before we return her to the source.
That is to say, by defeating Zeromus, we may yet save Ajdaya.
She's like 3 steps from her original self right now.
And to make certain that we do, we must remind her of who she is. When the time comes, you must call to her. Call with all your being.
Thy words give me heart, Zero. Thou hast my gratitude.
Then it's settled. Our objective is to defeat Zeromus. While it is unsettling that a void scent could be born of Zodiac's ether, its very nature may render it susceptible to the brands that once contained him. Did Eorzea have aught to say?
Yeah, he basically said that, TLDR.
I see. If the seal may not hold for long, then haste is paramount.
Couldn't we just let it come to the source and strike it down here?
Doing so would consign Ajdaya's soul to the ethereal sea. Any attempt to ensure her survival demands that we deal with Zeromus in the 13th.
I could barely go near it. Never mind land a blow. So thick was the shroud of darkness. How do you propose we fight such a foe?
Simple. Against impenetrable darkness, we must wield resplendent light. And it just so happens, there is a world replete with light. The question of how we will harness that light, you may leave to me. With our recent discoveries and proven techniques, as well as the aid of comrades near and far, I have faith that we will find a way.
We just asked Gaia. Gaia takes a hop over to the world of darkness, opens a
But only if
portal
we
to the
begin work
first.
at once. Rest up while you can, for there will be much to do when I return.
See you in one patch cycle, Y'shtola.
It wouldn't do to be idle while our esteemed sorceress labors tirelessly. I shall be training if you have need of me.
Why don't we just ask Gaia?
Wait.
She gets some void sent from the 13th.
Allow
So she
me
could do
to
the
join
verse,
you.
probably.
I must become stronger for what lies ahead.
Fine by me. Come on then.
I'm glad someone else is doing the thingy part. Let me know when it's time to stab something.
Using my vessel, I shall attend what preparations I may.
Nope. Nope. Draven? Nope. There we go. Ajdaya is my sister, and I have long dreamed of saving her, but if I am to do so, I must be better than I have been. Blessed though I am to have you as in your comrades, I cannot well ask for you to lift me up every time and doubt and despair creep into my heart. I won't falter again, I swear. I'll hold fast to my conviction, and I pray that you will stand with me to the last. Meanwhile, on the moon of the 13th.
Zeromus is risen, but not yet at full strength. It will take time before the fiend is able to breach the veil. But what is another moment on this long journey I have endured? It remains as fresh as if it were yesterday. Old friend, the memory of your passing and the pain. As I promised you then, I promise you now. They shall sing of Golbez, the hero who shattered the wheel and brought salvation to the world.
You took up your friend's name because they died and you wanted to make them a hero. You win or you die-us. I was about to call for you. There have been developments concerning the Void Gate that I would discuss with everyone. Coincidentally, I'm told Y'shtola will be returning shortly. I dare hope she's made some progress into devising a way to harness the First Light. Let us await the others in my chambers. My apologies for the delay. Think nothing of it. I see you brought an Overwatch loot box with you. With findings well worth many sleepless nights, I'm pleased to report. You may leave it here, thank you. Eager though I am to hear the details, I must first share tidings of mine own, grave ones. Eorzea sent word from the Void Gate in Mare Lamentorum. The situation is precarious. They continue to rely on the brands to contain the forces which would otherwise flow freely into the source. Yet though these measures were sufficient to imprison a fragment of Zodiark for eons, against our enemies' determined onslaught, they are degrading at an unsettling rate. But, like, it's not just that the brands were containing a fragment of Zodiark, they were containing 7 fragments of Zodiark. So, 8, because the source had one also. So, like, it's literally not a 13th. Whatever. Okay, so if there were 14 shards originally, and 8 of them were a single shard, what percentage of that would 1/14th be? I don't math. Point being, even having absorbed a dragon, you'd think that it wouldn't be as strong as Zodiark. The Loperates are sparing no effort to sustain the brands, but it's only a matter of time where they fall. Oh, dang. Unless we act soon, there should be no stopping Golbez from realizing his ambition. Zodiac was also functionally brain dead that entire time. That Zaroma should be, should so test the seal even when not at full strength. 'Tis every bit as terrible as we feared. We must needs vanquish it, to which end we require a means to pierce the dark shroud. So did you find it? A way to bring resplendent light to bear against our foe. As a matter of fact, I have. The theory was simple. We harness light from the first and channel it to the 13th. Such a feat would require us to manipulate vast amounts of energy, to say the least. So I consulted Sid and his fellows, who rose to the challenge and produced bespoke devices, ether transmitters. These marvelous contraptions can be placed at locations of our choosing to facilitate the flow of ether. In other words, we can use them to create ethereal currents. That such a thing would be possible. We shall first direct the ether from Nabatharang, where the flood of light was halted, to the Crystal Tower. We all know from personal experience the wonders of which it's capable. Wonders which suit our needs perfectly. I should mention that the structure in the Azim Step, which the Alogans built to redirect ether, was also a source of inspiration. Once we've infused the Crystal Tower with sufficient ether, we shall send it into the rift. And the ether transmitters shall guide the energy onto the 13th, like so. Are we not worried this would, like, overload them? I'm not a tech whiz, but these things seem very small to take down a kaiju. In this way, shall we have a lance of light which to pierce the shield of darkness. No, we need to have a hammer of light to bring down on the shield of darkness. Or so I hope. No tests were performed with... no tests were performed... We perform were close to the scale at which we ultimately seek to achieve. I cannot guarantee success. It would hardly be the first time we played it by ear. True enough, but that's not the point of pride for me personally. Science and theory aside, we need to place one or more of these transmitters in the first, I take it. And a task we must entrust to you. Rest assured, I'll provide you with what support I can. I wish to go as well. It's kind of a me thing. This world that you brought back from the brink, I would see it with mine own eyes. But how dost thou intend to make the journey? In a spirit vessel. That's how you and yours managed it, yes? Void Scent Summoning also sees the soul separated from the flesh. This separation I can do at will. The principles are similar enough. If you aren't averse to traveling with company, I should be glad to lend Zero my vessel. Then it's settled. I shall finish preparing the transmitters and help Zero transfer her soul. Pray see to your own preparations and let us reconvene at Megaduda. We're already at Megaduda. You should just say let's reconvene here. For a moment I misunderstood and thought Y'shtola was proposing that Zero borrow her body, which would have been odd. Y'shtola will be along when she's seen to Zero's soul. Let's await her here. Apologies for the wait. Everything went smoothly. Zero's soul is now safely within the spirit vessel. I shall have the alchemist attend to her body until she returns. The vessel I place in your care, along with the transmitters and a set of garments for Zero. I have included instructions on how to operate the crystal tower, courtesy of Grahatia. While you're away, I'll join Eorzea and the Loperates on the moon. They'll need some help should the brands fail. Fine idea. For my part, I'll continue to coordinate our efforts while I recover from my wounds. Given the task at hand, I suggest you speak with Reen. With her power over light, she's bound to be helpful in our efforts. But ere you do that, aught else, seek out Becklug, the foremost authority on soulcraft. You should be able to grant Zero a corporeal form. As I recall, the old Numu is rather fond of the Cabinet of Curiosity, so that should be your first stop. And also, go and find Runar and tell him that I miss him and I love him and I'm gonna be back soon. Go forth, warrior of darkness, and make your triumphant return to the first. Oh, wrong button. Hey Moran, how's it going? We're going to tome chronicling the events from the time of the flood proceeds slowly but surely. It's perhaps the most ambitious project I've ever did take on, but I consider it my mission to preserve our collective experiences for posterity. Is that you? What brings you back across the rift? I have a friend in a rock. Can you get her out for me? Honestly, first you asked me to extract a soul from a spirit vessel, and then you tell me you have designs to channel light to another reflection? Wicked white. Is nothing ever simple with you? I suppose some people can help but find themselves at the center of world-changing events. Very well. If your home is in peril, then I shall do all in my power to aid you. While I tend to your companion, you should go speak with Reen. By all accounts, she practically lives at the Horatorium these days. I'll look for you once I've finished. No. How do I go downstairs? Nope. Oh yeah, I'm too high up. It's supposed to be. This is not where I'm supposed to be. The Crystarium is not easy to navigate. Can I jump down here? There we go. Okay. And then I gotta eat myself into this hole. Okay, we're good. They're all at peace. We'll have more time to experiment with new seeds and fertilizers. Wait for all the wonders that will come forth from our garden. Your name's familiar. Were you a part of the story at some point?
Restoring the elements to the empty may allow life to flourish there once more. But that isn't enough to return the environment to the way it was. No, we need to gradually reintroduce life, beginning with plants. Not just any plants, though, but those that won't be a burden on a weakened land. Such as...
I see you've taken an interest in gardening.
Oh, what a welcome surprise! It seems you caught me rambling to myself. How embarrassing. I've been studying botany, you see. Hoping that the knowledge would help our work in the empty. But never mind that for now. What brings you to the Crystarium? It was my understanding that the final days were behind us.
Yeah, this guy Golbez, he fed a dragon to avoid scent and made a bootleg We Have Zodiark at Home, and we gotta beat it.
You wish to combat this otherworldly threat with the power of light? Please, let me help. Though I've lost my connection to Hydaelyn, I can still manipulate light to a degree.
Oh yeah, you probably would have felt when we murdered her.
If there is a chance I could save others with that power, then I have to try.
"'Tis done. Zero is now with us in the flesh." The spirit vessel I shall hold on to for operating the tower. This will help me to make sense of the controls, will it? There's a levity in his words that wasn't there before. It heartens me to know he is well. I shall see to the preparations as per his instructions.
My thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. That said, 'tis customary that my kind receive fitting payment for...
Oh no, she just got over this backlog. Or are you gonna give him ether?
Void scent, then.
Yep.
In that case, you may devour some of my ether.
Are you mad? I'll do no such thing. The very suggestion is absurd.
Give him a scritch behind the ears.
Now, let's calm down. We all have our preferences, and I'm sure no offense was intended.
I shall attend to the tower now. The rest, I leave to you.
No, but before you leave, let me give you a scritch behind the ears as payment.
Zero, was it? My name is Reen. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Also, Reen, how have you and Gaia been doing?
This world isn't what I expected. While light is indeed strong here, it's not pervasive or overwhelming. Everything looks much as it does in the source.
We have the Warrior of Darkness to thank for that.
It took a lot of work.
If you're interested, I would be glad to show you around.
Just an ordinary sky. Ordinary and beautiful.
Thanks, it was a lot of work. I had to kill my boyfriend for it.
To think that after so much loss, they could reclaim this.
Growing lights. I think this is the last bit, right? I think this is the most recent patch title that I've heard. Restored peace to the world, and I want to ensure that peace is preserved. That's why I'm learning everything I can. I've heard something of your deeds here, of how the Warrior of Darkness fought on despite light ravaging his very being. Had I the self-same strength of spirit, perhaps I could have done more for my world. It isn't over yet. The 13th isn't beyond saving. That's why we're here. Where to? Just lead the way. Why was Garland Ironworks just now added to the Unending Codex? Let's head for Nabatharang. Since Zero can't teleport to the ether right there, we should probably travel by Amaro. There you are. Thank goodness I'm not too late. Lena, I take it back Luke told you why he's here? More or less. Greetings and welcome. I'm Lena, captain of the guard here at the Crystarium. Zero, is there something you require? When I learned of your plan to gather light at the Crystal Tower, I felt compelled to warn you of the potential repercussions. You know well that, I know well you would never use the tower for ill, not without due caution. Even so. I believe I understand. Ever since the flood of light the flood, light has been a source of pain and misery. Some fear it still, no doubt. Which is to say that someone would be uncomfortable at the sight of it wielded as we intend. That is your concern, is it not? Precisely. It was light that nearly consumed our world. To use the crystal tower to harness this destructive force risks turning the tower into an object of fear. You may convince the Crystarium of the necessity of your cause, but it will not be so easy to win over those outside our walls. Are we sure? Look, Ardbert, Elidibus seemed to convince people real quick that light was not a bad thing. Man had a charisma stat of like 25. I worry this will undermine the fragile trust that we have only begun to build with some of our communities. They may misunderstand your intentions. Tell me who they are and what misunderstandings they may have. I shall allay their concerns. Missy and I will go with her. People know us. Our presence will put them at ease. Thank you. I realize this will delay the execution of your plans, but I see no other way. As for where to begin, I dare say Eulmore would be as good a place as any. Though ours is an amicable relationship now, we were at odds for long years. Eulmore was once ruled by a tyrant who wielded the power of light. Though he promised salvation, in truth he made slaves of his subjects and sought to destroy any who defied him. He's gone now, thankfully, and a good man named Chinez was elected mayor. Relations between our cities have improved much since then. Who's the mayor now? Is Lena the mayor? Even so, there's... No, she said that she's the captain of the guard. Who did y'all elect mayor? If the Crystarium were to harness light without warning, some Eulmorians might suspect we have ulterior motives. That would be prudent. Thus, it would be prudent to give them prior notice. If you explain that you seek to save the Warrior of Darkness's home, though, I should hope that they would give you their blessing. Once again, yours is a name that commands respect and trust in the domain of your former enemies, as it does in Garlemald. Where else should we visit? After Eulmore, I would suggest the Raktika Greatwood. There you'll find the Knights Blessed, a collective which worships darkness, as well as the V's, guardians of the secrets of ancient Ronka. The V's are insular and will likely not object unless the light encroaches upon their territory. The Knights Blessed, on the other hand, would greatly benefit from your assurances that your actions will not adversely affect their lives. And also, you should probably go tell Runar that Y'shtola is doing great, and she misses him, and she thinks that he's hot, and she really wants to get back so she can marry him. Tell him all those things. People who worship darkness, fitting for a world all but consumed by light. Very well, we'll treat with the people of Eulmore and the Knights Blessed. Here, take these whisper weeds. I'll let you know when all is in readiness with the tower. Right then, I should tend to my own tasks. Explaining the situation to the people of Crystarium and arranging for your transmitters to be placed in Nabatharang. Shouldn't we place them in the empty? We're truly grateful. Thank you, Lena. Let's head to Eulmore. Hopefully Chinez will know how best to present our plans to everyone. look, Julia, Chai, and Reddin are here too. Between the three of them, we should be able to get some good advice. This is the great and powerful leader of Yulmore. He must be possessed of subtle qualities that make him uniquely suited to the position. Oh, what a wonderful surprise this is, and you even brought a new friend! Greetings, Warrior of Darkness. If you've come out of concern for our esteemed mayor, fear not. He runs the city well, and as ever prefers to work closely with the people, the better to hear their voice. Good gods, if it isn't missing. To what do we owe the pleasure? Not another world-ending threat, surely not. Surely not. We are planning a grand undertaking that may be a concern to the people of Yulmore. And you wish to consult with me before making your plans known to the populace? Very well. What exactly did you have in mind? Gathering light with the Crystal Tower, you say? I'd be lying if I said that doesn't bring back unpleasant memories, and I believe I speak for most Yulmorans. We can hardly blame you. We have no reason to question your motives, of course. Neither you nor yours, nor those of the Crystarium's leadership. A world engulfed in darkness, its corrupted inhabitants attempting to invade your own. It's a rather lot to process, but the desire to save one's home is something anyone can understand. I'm touched that you show concern for our feelings despite the gravity of your plight. Very well, you have my support. As if there were ever any doubt. Right, let's gather the people at once. An explanation from you ought to ensure everyone understands. Not so fast here. If I were to reveal everything at this juncture, many would be deeply unsettled, regardless of any assurances I offered. We need to first set the stage. Spread the word of the Warrior of Darkness's plight that he is on a mission to save his world as once he did ours. Once the tale is common knowledge, I shall call an assembly to explain the need for to harness the power of light to a populace far more amenable to the idea. To that end, I would trouble you to speak with our citizens about your predicament. 'Twould be more effective to hear the details from the hero himself, more likely to inspire solidarity for your cause. So we appeal to the desire to aid the Warrior of Darkness to present a light in a more positive light. Well played, Mr. Shy. If that's the best, if it's best you do the talking, then we'll come with you. Fine by me. I'm content to observe. Once you've finished your rounds, I ask that you report to me. I should like to know how the people react. Lead the way. We'll be right behind you. From that conversation alone, I could see how much the people here trust you. Thanks to Euless and Thancred, I've grown better at recognizing it. You met Thancred too? I mean, right. Of course you have. I don't know why I said that. Right, let's find some citizens to speak with. I suggest we start here in the canopy before heading down to the understory and then the derelicts. Also, let me swap back to Summoner. A tavern, and an extravagant one at that, but those dancers engage with the poles in strange ways. Are they pantomiming a battle? A soldier thrusting their spear into the ground and using it to launch themselves at an enemy, perhaps? Given this world's violent history, it makes sense that displays of martial prowess would become popular entertainment. Yep. That's absolutely it. Each time we can feel the city's change, the mood's brighter, people happier. We can't allow that hard-won progress to be undone. Let's do our best to reassure everyone. Tancred once told me that people come to these places to savor some memories and drown out the others. I imagine the beehive was built primarily to help Umorans forget about sin eaters, even if only for a time, but now they can simply enjoy themselves. I can see the appeal, but don't worry, I know I'm still too young for it. I used to live for the moment, not caring what might happen on the morrow, but now that we have peace, I find myself thinking about the future and feeling anxious. Your home is threatened with destruction. Wicked White, why are you wasting time in a drinking hole? But as I say it, I feel the sting of hypocrisy. Gods, I need to take control of my life, need to face my troubles head on, and the same goes for you. Are there any other talking points? No. Well now, the Warrior of Darkness and the Oracle of Light both, how may I be of service? Your enemies plot to invade your world? Having heard the tales of sin eaters ravaging countless villages, your plight feels all too familiar. Come what may, I urge you to remain strong. You overcame the Light Wardens, and you can overcome any adversity. For what it's worth, I'm sure everyone here will be willing to help you in whatever way we can. No. No, Talos! That thing they're cleaning up the debris. For a moment, I thought it might be a void scent. In case you didn't know, it's not uncommon for our crime to use statues as vessels. But I see now it's more akin to the mechanical soldiers used for the Garleans. They come in all shapes and sizes, don't they? When Vothri tried to keep us out of the city, many free citizens died in the chaos. Some had no kin to inherit their wealth, and so Eomer decided to use it to help fund the reconstruction of the derelicts. It's part of a greater effort to improve the living conditions down here, which is important since it's simply not enough room for everyone in the city proper. You're the Warrior of Darkness. I never dreamed I'd have the honor, but why are you in Eomer, if I may ask? Your home's in danger and you've come seeking help. If there's anything we can do for you, you need only ask. Things could be better here, of course, but we've got a long road ahead of us. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you and yours, and we'll never forget that. I always like seeing people, when they're walking around an area, see what level they are. Where am I going? Understory? Canopy? Speak of China's... Well, he'd be in the canopy, right? Yeah, there he is. The people are of one mind in their desire to help. Good, good. Why, just earlier I overheard a conversation about how the Warrior of Darkness is seeking to save their home. Your tale is spreading quickly. And that part of the plan is unfolded precisely as you envisioned. All that remains then is to assemble the citizens and explain their need to gather light. For better or worse, I'm the mayor of the city, and I'll do my best to win them over. But wait, aren't you... You're her, the young lady who saved me from Vothri. I'd eaten through meal to fall under his control, but you cured me. I wouldn't be alive today if not for you. I remember you too. I'm glad to see you're doing well. I only learned later that it was the Oracle of Light herself who saved me. It saved all of us. I didn't know if I'd ever get the chance to express my gratitude. I'm sure it was nothing for someone with your power, but thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. What's this meal? Food made from the light-tainted flesh of sin-eaters, you say? I see. The more they ate, the more Light's corruption spread. And because of that, they became susceptible to Vothri's commands, as he could make the sin-eaters do his bidding. Thankfully, I was able to suppress Light's influence and free everyone from his control, and there seems to be no lingering effects. You say that as if it were some small feat. I've seen countless souls corrupted by darkness. Someone with the power to heal them would be regarded as a great figure, and never know peace. My gift has been a burden. Many have suffered for it and died for it. There are times when I wish I didn't have it, when I wanted to run away from everyone and everything. But I had friends to encourage and guide me, and to help me learn not to embrace my gift, but to take charge of my fate, of my life, change my fate. If you had the chance to change your fate, would you? The people of this world are resilient indeed. We appreciate the Crystarium's concern for the welfare of our people. May we continue to strengthen ties between our two cities. My thanks again for your consideration. The rest of you may leave to us. Brief though it was wonderful to see you. Do visit again soon, hopefully when the fate of the world isn't weighing on your mind. That a half-void sent like me managed to escape the flood of darkness. For all these years, I never stopped to wonder why, to wonder if I had a greater part to play. Perhaps it's time I took charge and considered what I might be able to do for others. The answer is here in the first, and I will find it. If we have no further business here, let's move on. Where to next? Slitherbow is the home of the Knights Blessed and the Raktika Greatwood. We'll explain the situation to their leader, Runar. The gang is going to be really cautious about it, but then they're going to hear that it's Y'shtola's idea, and then be like, okay, never mind, my girlfriend says that it's fine. Let's do it. Little wonder those who revere darkness would gather here, yet dark as this wood may seem, it's as a blazing torch next to the void. I've not visited here in some time, but it's much as I remember, which is good. You brought a Eurosite for sore eyes, my friend. Will you be staying long in Slitherbow? Though having said that, I suspect this isn't just a social call. A great plan is in motion, and the Knights Blessed deserve to know. When you put it that way, very well. On behalf of my people, I would hear what you have to say. Your world, Master Matoya's world, is in grave danger. To be fair, it kind of always is. Master Matoya? Yshtrola, she took the name in accordance with a custom when she lived among the Knights Blessed. They believe the light taints everything that it touches, even their true names. Out of respect, don't speak hers here. You're Zero, yes? The one who come from a world consumed by darkness. I struggle to conceive of such a place. A pitch black palls the sky, which neither the light nor the sun and stars can pierce it. It's the opposite of what you once knew here in Norvrant. That being the case, I'm sure you can relate to our situation. All too well, you have my deepest sympathies. In order to beat back the darkness in your world, you would harness the light from ours. It is simply a brilliant idea. Only Master Matoya could have conceived of such. That Norvrant is still in her thoughts. That we are still. So you're not opposed to our plan? We Knights Blessed may place our faith in the dark, but we have never sought to force our beliefs upon others. If your deliverance lies in light, then by all means avail yourselves of it. I'm surprised. From what I was told of your people, I was certain you'd disapprove of our methods. Do not mistake our reverence for darkness as a desire for it to be ascendant. Rather, in darkness there is peace that we seek to make our own through prayer and self-reflection. And while light may have wrought suffering in our world, anything in excess can be harmful, even darkness, as you and yours know all too well. It's the wielder who's righteous or evil, not the weapon. If you would wield light for a nobler cause, then who are we to deny you? An easy thing for me to say now that night has been restored to our world, perhaps, nevertheless. I wish you the best in your fight, Zero. May light shine your way in the darkness. Now then, to mark this joyous occasion, I must offer you a proper welcome to Slitherbow. You might find this interesting, Zero. If you say so. Let's begin with the customary greeting. I trust you remember how to announce yourself as a friend to the Blessed. Do I... yeah. Friends old and new, I bid you welcome to Slitherbow. Alan Tuda, what does it mean? In the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say good evening. This greeting allows us to quickly discern friend from foe. A simple expression, but in a world bereft of night, words held deep meaning. They were a reminder of the world as it was, when the sun, the moon, and the stars yet danced across the sky, and we wished one another well as the day gave way to night. Communal tradition, so the words serve to bind us. Indeed, we're no longer strangers, you and I. Next, we shall have you cleansed of light's impurities. Present yourself at the Davith in yonder room. To Davith in yonder room. He'll be glad to assist you. Hello, I think, yeah, let me just do this really quick. No sooner had I greeted this Davith than he poured a pot of water on me. I wasn't expecting a literal cleansing. It's nice to guide a new friend through the same experiences, isn't it? There you are. Friend has just been cleansed. How do you feel? Wet, but otherwise no different. I would have been surprised if you'd said otherwise. Even so, it's customary to cleanse ourselves of light with water blessed by our priests. But you have darkness again, do you not? Why continue the custom? Why, for the same reason that it was conceived, to pray for the safety of friends and visitors alike. as we pray for yours this morn. Safe travels, friend. May the blessed shadow keep you. Right. And that's all. Let's return to Runar and see if there's any other customs I must observe. Come on. I like how this is the second patch in a row where it's like, oh man, you want to use a tower to help you fire a whole bunch of ether, but you should probably ask the residents around if that's a cool thing to do or not. 2 patches in a row we had to do that. I've undertaken the ritual. And while I can't explain it, I feel more confident than I did before, just a touch. Glad to hear it. With the Warrior of Darkness at your side, I have no doubt that you'll save your 2 worlds. If we can defeat Zeromus, then the source should be safe. But nothing would change my own world. There would just be one less void sent to struggle over scraps with the rest. Is that so? Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. It's fine, I was under no illusion. I wish it were different, of course. Can you hear me? Have you met with the people of Umor and Raktika? Excellent. We may proceed with the next phase of the plan without worry. Beck Lucas informed me the tower is ready, so make for Nabatharang at your leisure. I've arranged for you to rendezvous with Cassard en route as well. Not only can he take you to the side of the flood, but he will also know where to place the transmitters, given his familiarity with the route between Crystarium and Amarang. He'll be in Twine on business shortly, so I've asked him to wait for you there. It's all coming together. To Twine, then. Yeah, Cassard's the Crystarium dude. I'm like, the name's familiar, but I forget who the fuck this man is. Your timing couldn't be better. I've just finished up my business here. Lena's told me all. It would be my pleasure to take you to the Botharang. As soon as others arrive, that is. They're supposed to be along any moment now. Ah, it really is you! We understand you are faced with quite a predicament, and we are an esteemed customer. When an esteemed customer is in need, the merchants of Mordsuk are eager to provide. The captain bade us assist you, sir, to ensure the light is delivered to the Crystarium. Members of our guard will place transmitters in Lakeland, and the good people of Mordsuk will likewise do in the Hills of Amber. You need but focus on your own task in Nabatharang. Yet more people clamoring to help you. It'd almost be more surprising if they hadn't shown up. Everyone's ready, then let's go to work. Wait! It's the train gang! You're heading to Nabatharang and didn't think to call on us? Most of the Talos are still in a sorry state. We spared no effort in maintaining the trolley. We've been upgraded it, as a matter of fact. It's faster than ever. It could deliver you to Nabatharang in no time at all. After everything you've done for us, we can't just stand idly by. Thancred would never let us hear the end of it. Thank you. Thank you all so much. I dare say we have ample help. Let's go acquire our light. Her complexion looks lighter now too, and I don't know if it's just the lighting of the scene.
So this is the flood of light. I don't remember much of the time when darkness consumed the 13th. Just the cold and the emptiness.
Zero? Are you all right?
I'm fine. You're the one who stopped this.
Oh, no. That was the first Oracle of Light, Minfilia. She's since left us, but I inherited her power and legacy.
I see. Let's get started then, shall we?
The other transmitters are set. Whenever you're ready.
Such radiant light. It's almost too much for one steeped in darkness like me.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today.
If this power were mine to wield.
I will not succumb! Not to darkness! Not to light!
That might not have been the best idea.
Zero! She's taken light into herself. Her body struggles to contain it. She needs help. Thank goodness. How do you feel?
Better now, I think.
Then you're very, very lucky. Whatever possessed you to do that?
I had to know if I could command the light. If I could change my fate. Once, I would never have dared to dream it. But your friendship and your trust has helped me to see new possibilities. In myself and everything else. Perhaps that's why, when I beheld this world once damned yet saved, I saw the potential for mine to be saved as well. To become a world where light and darkness are in harmony, and life flourishes. A world where we're not consumed by insatiable hunger, but filled with hope for what we might create together. If I had the strength, perhaps I could make such a dream reality. Perhaps I could awaken us from this endless nightmare. That's what possessed me.
If that's your heartfelt desire, then you mustn't be afraid to share it. There was a time when I lacked the courage. To voice my desires was to burden those I love, or so I convinced myself. But then I met those who believed in me. They helped me to believe in myself, and find the strength to live. And so long as I'm alive, I know that I'll be fine. No matter how dire things seem. No matter where I am. To be able to think that brought me peace. And it's a blessing I owe entirely to my friends.
And my girlfriend,
Those
Gaia.
who believe in us.
She's been busy because she doesn't like hanging out with people, but we have tea and biscuits.
I will remember your words. I know all too well that there's a limit to what we can achieve alone.
Morning, Ulu.
As a friend, I'd like to help you fulfill your dream. If you wish to take in more light, I can keep the power in check and help your body accept it.
It worked well enough for me. Let's forget that part where I nearly died and I had to merge with my other self.
Ah, yes. You mentioned having to absorb light. That you still live is proof of her ability. Right then. I'm counting on you. Here I go. I can feel it. The light's warmth welling within me.
Then I believe it worked.
With this power, I will return to the void and fight for the world that once was, and for those I hold dear.
Here. Is there a beam shooting up the crystal tower now? Not that I see. Though I've only known Zero for a short while, I feel as though her struggle is my own. For her sake and her world's, we must succeed. We've done our part, and I trust that the others will see the light to our destination. It's time we return to the source. I shall seek out Beklug and have him return my soul to the spirit vessel. So this is it. I don't know if you had any other questions to attend or people to visit, but I'll go ahead to the ocular. Oh no, wrong button. That's it. I could have teleported, but meh. Before we said our farewells, Zero thanked me, saying that she learned much from, during her time in Norvrant. While I don't believe I'm owed such gratitude, I'm nonetheless glad that she found the experience worthwhile. Since Zero's already back in the vessel, I would have liked to talk to her more, but I'll have to wait till next time. And there will be a next time, I'm sure of it. The tower stands ready to send light into the rift, and Zero's soul is secure in her vessel once more. Our helpers across the realm have also sent word that the transmitters are in place. Once the others have been set on the moon of Zero's world, we should have the foundation for our ethereal current. To make matters easier, the transmitters broadcast a powerful signal that can be detected by the tower even across the rift. Upon confirming that the Void Ones are active, we will send forth the light. The rest will be up to you. We're all praying for your success. Now go, make haste back to the source and save your worlds! Welcome back. I presume the preparations of the first are complete. Time grows short. Thank heavens you returned. The Lopperds report that the brands are on the verge of failing. We have no time to spare. I shall restore Zero to her body at once. That's better. I was worried that the soul transference process might affect the light I absorb, but it feels as potent as before. The radiance of your soul was impossibly blinding. I don't know how you would have managed without Reen's help. While Reen helped me contain the light, it was you, all of you, who gave me the courage to even make the attempt. Your friendship and acceptance. The people, that includes people of the First. The Knights Blessed in particular showed me great kindness, as did Runar, whose only regret seemed to be that you couldn't join us. A regret we share. Ours is a reunion long overdue. All is in readiness. I will assume my dragon form and fly to the moon. In the meantime, pray make your own way to the drowning brand. There we shall reconvene before sallying forth once more into the void. Snapping away! Thank goodness you're back. The steel will break any moment! Any moment! The darkness is growing stronger with any passing moment. No doubt. I doubt not, but Zero must shall soon attain full strength. Golbez will be ready for our return. We must likewise be ready for him. Just a terrible darkness indeed that should so test the restraints which once held Zodiark, but with the light from the first, I'm confident we will prevail. The hour's upon us. If everyone's ready, then so am I. Time to take the fight to the enemy, is it? The darkness has been utterly relentless, gnawing at the seal like it might an iron carrot. Strike fast and hard, because you won't get another chance. As a precaution, we further enhance the combat supporters. You don't need to worry about us while you're away. I shall maintain my vigil over the brands. Pray see that thou art ready to depart as soon as Ritra and the others have assembled. May the light shine the way to victory and deliver you all safely to home. Too quiet. Surely they know we're here. In order to unleash the most concentrated burst of light possible, you'll route the energy to multiple transmitters before directing it to converge at a single point. I will survey the area for suitable locations. The dark pall over the crater has grown thicker, and on the other side lies Golbez's domain. He'll have altered the terrain to hinder us. I don't sense his presence, but I wager he's in the crater. It would be ideal. If he were. I shall hurry and place the transmitters. Once they are activated, our cross-with ethereal current will be established, and light will flow freely from the first, in theory at least. It will work. It must.
All is in readiness. Without further ado then. Light from beyond the rift, shine forth and banish the darkness.
Excellent. The tower is replete with light from the Bath Areng. Commencing transmission.
I had a cool holographic view of it.
It works. It works. Light is flowing into the void.
May this light illuminate your way.
You can do it, Zero. I believe in you.
opening.
It worked. Let us waste no time and sally forth. Alas, I fear the breach may be too narrow for you, Vritra.
For a blessing, I prepared my simulacrum for such an eventuality.
I was gonna say, you only have one eye.
My true form shall stand guard here while we explore the chasm. Tis faint, but I sense the presence of a dragon. No doubt my sister's essence trapped within Zeromus. Not where she was held captive before, but somewhere much deeper.
The descent will not be so easy this time. The chasm swarms with void scent.
Summoned by Golbez, perhaps, or born of the residual darkness.
However they came to be, we shall cut a path through them. Is everyone ready? Zero?
That light should shine in the void once more.
No single one of us could have made it so. Only by joining hands were we able to kindle this light.
Do you see, Golbez? We needn't damn others to save ourselves. You knew this once, surely, when you tried to befriend me. When you were one of the precious few left willing to trust in another. But that man is gone. And in his place, a mockery of his beliefs. It's the same as before. Though we walk different paths, we seek the same destination. And yet... there is something I must know. A truth that lies waiting in the dark.
She's no longer the cold, distant soul we met in the void, or perhaps until now she just never had a chance to be who she truly is. Glad though I am the plan worked, we are in no position to celebrate. The day is not won yet. The radiance is just the beginning. We must see it cast into the deepest depths of the moon. Rest assured, I will not let my emotions overwhelm me. When the moment comes, I will call to my sister, and I will wrest her free from Zeromus. The crater awaits. Woe betide any who bar our path. The lunar subterrane, now accessible. Well, I'm gonna have to stop things here. Hey, Vritra. I got work in like 10, 13 minutes. So I'm gonna have to wrap things up. Let's see. Who do we want to pass things over to? Let's go raid That's a +1. I need to get back into VGC.
If I made this Cowie into like a...
Half the reason that I'm trying to finish up 14 is so I can go and focus on Pokemon, because I'm going to regionals. I'm not going to compete. I'm just going to play side events, but I'm going to regionals physically. So, like, I need to, brain stopping. I need to actually, like, update my teams, because I haven't messed with it at all. We're gonna go raid That's a +1. If you're on YouTube or Kick, twitch.tv/That's a +1. Thanks for hanging out. I will catch you all tomorrow, maybe, when we finish up the, we hopefully finish up the patch content. Let me see. How many more do we got? We're currently on Down in the Dark. Let's see. Yeah, we don't have that many. We don't have that many. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more quests, and then I'll have the story complete, and then I can probably just focus on doing the raids. But until next time.